Hey, it's Emily with the Stint Leadership Team. Has there ever been a time in your life where it's extremely difficult to forgive someone? Maybe someone's hurt you so much that forgiveness seems impossible. The question we're answering this week is, do we have to forgive? People have hurt us all, and people will continue to hurt you as long as you're living on earth because humans all sin and make mistakes. So how we handle this is so important. In Matthew 18, Jesus' disciples asked him about forgiveness, and Jesus responded with a story. Let's read this passage together. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven can be compared to a king who decided to bring his accounts up to date with servants who had borrowed money from him. In the process, one of his debtors was brought in who owed him millions of dollars. He couldn't pay, so his master ordered that he be sold, along with his wife, his children, and everything he owned, to pay the debt. But the man fell down before his master and begged him, "Please be patient with me, and I will pay it all." Then his master was filled with pity for him, and he released him and forgave his debt. So this servant was in debt to his master millions, and there was no way he would be able to pay him back. His master had every right to take all he owned, including his family, if he couldn't pay it. Instead, he chose to show him mercy. Let's see what happens next. But when the man left the king, he went to a fellow servant who owed him a few $1,000s. He grabbed him by the throat and demanded instant payment. His fellow servant fell down before him and begged for a little more time. "Be patient with me and I will pay it," he pleaded. But his creditor wouldn't wait. He had the man arrested and put in prison until the debt could be paid in full. So this man had just been shown grace, compassion, and mercy. Then, when someone who owed him just a small debt begs him for forgiveness, he responds with anger and selfishness, throwing the man into prison. When the master heard that this happened, he responded, "You evil servant, I forgave you that tremendous debt because you pleaded with me. Shouldn't you have mercy on your fellow servant just as I have mercy on you?" This man was quick to ask for forgiveness when he was the one who needed it. But when someone needed his forgiveness, he refused. He felt wronged and demanded that his debtor pay. He didn't feel that his debtor deserved his forgiveness. You see, I don't think this man understood or appreciated the forgiveness that he himself received. He owed his master millions and by law deserved a punishment. I think this guy knew that when he begged for forgiveness, but as soon as he walked away, he forgot how much he owed. He forgot how much he messed up, and he didn't know the value of the grace his master showed him. A Christian realizes they've broken God's law and deserve hell, and they know they've been forgiven a tremendous debt when God showed his mercy by paying the price for us through his son, Jesus. So if we understand how much God has forgiven us from, that is the reason that we can forgive someone when they sin against us. When we refuse to forgive, we are just like the man in the story, holding a person up by their throat, demanding justice, even though we didn't have to pay for our own sins. But when we realize how much we have been forgiven from, we are filled with the joy and power in extending that forgiveness to others when they hurt us. Guys, I'm not saying this is easy at all. It's not. And I know there are many of you who have been hurt very, very badly and have had awful things done to you. Forgiveness isn't saying that what that person did is okay, and it doesn't mean you automatically trust that person. But it is your choice in your heart to forgive others, and that will bring you freedom from the anger and bitterness you have in your heart. It's not easy, but as it said in Philippians 2:13, "For God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases Him." God will give you the power to forgive when you need it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any thoughts on this video, comment down below. We would love to hear from you, and we'll see you next week.
If you want to learn more about this topic and many others, or about our cost-free stint internship, visit toddbecker.org/stint.